AI technologies, like chatbots, are popping up in all sorts of places, including the medical field, where they're diagnosing patients with an accuracy that would make even Sherlock Holmes a little jealous. Seriously, these bots are showing that AI isn't just about composing awkward emails, it's actually enhancing human capabilities in really impressive ways. But hold on to your hats, folks. The quality of AI's training data is crucial. If the data is biased or downright inaccurate, it's like teaching a dog to fetch a stick, but all it does is chase its tail. This highlights the need for top-notch data that ensures AI doesn't make wildly incorrect assumptions, like thinking a cat is just a strange dog. Now, let's talk about AI's ethical dilemmas. Censorship and bias in AI responses have everyone buzzing like a bee in a hornet's nest. Concerns about political biases lurking in training data are rising faster than my heart rate when I see a spider. This raises serious questions about the neutrality of AI outputs. Are they just puppets on a political string? Speaking of conspiracies, let's add some UFO flavor to the mix. Disinformation campaigns surrounding UFO reports have us pondering if they're just convenient distractions from secretive military programs. Like a magician pulling a rabbit out of a hat, except it's a UFO, and we're not sure where the hat went. This kind of skepticism is right at home in today's media landscape. And while we're at it, there's a historical giggle in how human-made technologies, like stealth aircraft, can be mistaken for UFOs. It's almost poetic, the government's secrets colliding with our fascination for the extraterrestrial, all while misinformation swirls around like glitter in a craft store explosion. Then there are the enthralling accounts from military personnel, like Commander David Fravor, who encountered some downright bizarre unidentified flying objects. It's like a sci-fi movie come to life. But believe me, these stories really have the public scratching their heads and raising eyebrows in curiosity. Let's not forget about the role of psychedelic culture. In places like San Francisco, it's almost like creativity and drug use have formed a buddy cop duo solving the mysteries of society. This connection reveals an intriguing blend of innovation and, shall we say, altered perceptions of reality. Because who needs a boring 9-to-5 when you can revolutionize art while tripping on mushrooms? Speaking of odd pairings, it's often said that groundbreaking ideas originate from the fringes of society. It's like the wild cousin at a family reunion who unexpectedly turns out to be a genius. Proof that sometimes dysfunction goes hand in hand with creativity. Who would have thought? And here's a quirky twist. The cults that sprout up in California often come from these fringe gatherings. They're like creative communes that take a sharp left into the realm of alternative lifestyles. Sounds like a recipe for fun, right? But they also shape unique ideas that can influence society in unexpected ways. The hippie movement in Laurel Canyon brought about a colorful cast of characters, including groups called the Freaks, which added spice to the vibrant culture of the 60s. It's like a musical garden party, except there are no boring potlucks, just art and melodies that forever changed the landscape of music. Now, here's a mindbender. Many musicians of that era, like Jim Morrison, had some surprising ties to military and intelligence backgrounds. Hold on to your lava lamps, because this little coincidence really gets the conspiracy wheels turning. Were they really just artists, or were they sent to infiltrate the counterculture? And speaking of the military, the Lookout Mountain facility was churning out classified films like it was Hollywood's best-kept secret. It suggests a cozy relationship between entertainment and Cold War propaganda, which naturally leads to conspiracy theories about the influence of government. I mean, who knew filming a war could be as entertaining as a blockbuster? Imagine this, a series of mirrors and pipes used to safely capture footage of nuclear detonations from over 2 kilometers away. It sounds like the setup for a surreal art installation rather than actual military operations. But it raises eyebrows. How much can we trust those heart-stopping recordings? Now, let's take a giant leap into moon landing skepticism. This skepticism highlights how historical narratives can shape public perceptions, especially in a Cold War backdrop, where everyone seems to have an opinion and a conspiracy theory up their sleeve. It's like the ultimate game of telephone that makes everyone question reality. With AI stepping into the narrative-shaping game, we have to wonder who's really holding the reins. If a few hands control the information, it could lead to some seriously distorted public perceptions and policy influences. It's like letting a toddler run a candy store. Chaotic and potentially dangerous. Censorship through government funding is like a bad magician's trick. 1 minute you're free, the next you're stuck in a box labeled First Amendment. It raises questions about who's in charge of our freedoms, and let's face it, no one wants to be part of this disappearing act. This conversation takes a sharp turn as we delve into political pressures on social media companies. It's like playing a game of chess where every move is scrutinized, and lists of accounts to censor could be passed around like party invitations. The overarching issues of accountability on these digital platforms loom large. And guess what? A big debate is brewing around AI's development and regulation. It's like a pot of soup left on the stove for too long, boiling over with concerns about censorship and open-source alternatives, challenging the idea that corporate control should reign supreme in the info kingdom. But hold on to your seatbelts. Historical examples like the Dodd-Frank Act show us that even the best intentions can lead to monopolies that stifle innovation. It's the classic tale where regulation ends up being the villain instead of the hero, an epic cautionary tale for the future of AI. As AI technology accelerates faster than a cat chasing a laser pointer, decision-makers might rush into regulations without fully understanding the implications. This could lead to outcomes that are more devastating than asking a toddler to help with your taxes. Yikes. The open-source movement in AI comes along like a superhero, bringing balance back to the tech universe by making technology accessible for everyone. This fosters creativity and competition outside traditional corporate structures, proving that sometimes the little guy can take on the giant. But wait, there's more. Open-source social media networks are facing potential government regulation, raising eyebrows and concerns about something we hold dear: free speech and technological freedom. This conundrum extends to how AI systems are developed and unleashed into the wild. Things are heating up, as proposals from influential figures even suggest extreme measures, like airstrikes on unmonitored AI data centers. Talk about cutting-edge panic. This reflects society's growing fears and tangled emotions about technology that they can't control. What could go wrong? The division within the AI safety community is like a soap opera plot twist. Some are holed up in fear of existential threats, while others are waving the flag for content control. This makes the conversation about AI regulation feel like an intriguing drama unfolding right before our eyes. Falsifiability in scientific research is crucial, folks. It allows hypotheses to be tested and potentially disproven, which is essential for advancing knowledge. Think of it as letting your theories out on a leash, watching them run, fall, and sometimes surprise you. Speculating without evidence is like trying to build a sandcastle in a rainstorm. Good luck with that. Such irrational fears, like the idea of an alien invasion, do arise, but historical decisions based on solid evidence have proven to be far more reliable than whims of fancy. The conversation might meander into the complexities of defining consciousness and its implications for AI development. We still have a long way to go in understanding human consciousness, so adding AI to the mix is like mixing oil and water. Who knows what will happen next? The AI risk movement in the US warns that advancements could worsen existing issues, like adding hot sauce to a dish that's already too spicy. It reflects the ongoing tension between innovation and ethical tech development, leaving everyone wondering where the right balance lies. Meanwhile, China's AI agenda takes a different route, aiming for population control and surveillance. It's like a dystopian plot that shines a spotlight on individual rights and privacy, or lack thereof, compared to the good old US of A. These differing technological visions reflect broader societal values. In the US, democracy and individual freedoms are the keynotes, while China leans towards authoritarianism. It makes you wonder, what does the tech future hold for us on this roller coaster ride? To uphold our constitutional rights, companies need to resist government demands for private data as if their lives depended on it, particularly against violations of the First and Fourth Amendments. Because let's face it, no one wants to be the one who folds under pressure. And speaking of rights, free speech guarantees vary across the globe. The US Constitution offers explicit protections, while countries like the UK have laws that look more like guidelines for a game of charades. Just imagine trying to navigate that. The emergence of social media monopolies like Twitter and YouTube raises eyebrows and concerns over censorship. It's like a big brother watching over content moderation practices, leaving us wondering how much influence the government really has. Spoiler alert, it's probably more than we think. The disconnect between political awareness and public action is a recipe for inaction on pressing issues, like AI governance and misinformation. It's like being at a buffet with all your favorite foods but deciding just to sit there and stare. What a waste. Historically, Americans have been losing faith in institutions since the 70s, which has affected trust in governance and media. This erosion of trust is a slippery slope that influences current political dynamics and breeds public skepticism. It's like learning your childhood hero has feet of clay. But don't be discouraged. The rise of alternative media, including social media and podcasts, is empowering citizens by spreading diverse viewpoints and discussions. This shift could counteract centralized control over information dissemination. Time for a digital revolution. And speaking of revolutions, let's take a trip down memory lane. Remember when Apple started in a garage? Those early days of technology are a reminder of how radical ideas can reshape entire industries. It's proof that from humble beginnings can come great innovations. The speaker dives into the growing contention surrounding technology in politics, contrasting past perceptions of tech as beneficial with present criticisms. It's like watching a romance turn into a dramatic breakup. Everybody has some feelings about it. Generational differences in technology perception are fascinating. Younger individuals seem to view new advancements as completely normal, like having pizza every Friday. This evolution reflects changing attitudes toward tech as an integral part of life, without reservation. AI can break it down, explaining complex concepts in kid-friendly terms. This makes tricky topics more accessible to younger audiences, like turning broccoli into a favorite candy. Now that's a win for education. But wait, concerns are growing about AI in education. There's a debate simmering about whether educators can reliably detect AI-generated content in the classroom. It's like being left in charge of the secret cookie stash. Temptation is everywhere. Historical fears about technology often reveal societal anxieties about control and power dynamics. These discussions highlight the dual nature of tools. It's a bit like a double-edged sword. Use it wisely, and you're a hero. Misuse it, and you might just create chaos. Generating images with AI involves predicting each pixel through a neural network. Fancy talk for an incredibly detailed and complex process. It's like a digital artist pouring their heart into every creation, showcasing the sophistication of AI in artistic endeavors. Let's talk Turkey. The cost-effectiveness of AI-generated art compared to hiring human artists is significant. This economic shift is reshaping creative industries. But it raises important questions about the future of artistic labor, especially when robots are getting in on the action. And speaking of the arts, concerns over artists' rights and copyright issues have taken center stage. As AI programs borrow existing styles, the debate over intellectual property and transformative works is heating up, because who really owns creativity anyway? AI's ability to offer different political perspectives allows for dialogues between personas representing various viewpoints. It's like hosting a dinner party with people from all walks of life, helping us understand the diverse opinions on current events. Just watch out for food fights. And as if that wasn't enough, the potential for AI to channel historical figures makes for some truly interactive learning experiences. Picture yourself having a chat with past leaders about modern issues. It's like time travel without the need for a DeLorean. Finally, emerging technologies like neural interfaces hold the promise of enhancing human intelligence and healthcare. These innovations could provide solutions for conditions like Parkinson's and paralysis. It's like having a superpower that opens up new horizons for health and wellness.